In football, some teams win, some teams dominate, and some teams, when they get criticized, decide to respond in a way that leaves everyone speechless. And that's exactly what Spain did against Saudi Arabia. Because just a few days before this match, the Spanish media wasn't happy. The fans weren't happy. And even the players themselves knew the performances hadn't been convincing. A goalless draw against Cape Verde, 0 goals, and almost zero excitement. Suddenly the questions started appearing. Is Spain really a title contender? Does this team have an attacking problem? Is the pressure starting to affect the new generation? And can Lamine Yamal really carry all these expectations on his shoulders? As for Saudi Arabia, they came into the match in a completely different mood. A draw against Uruguay, a very valuable point. A point that made Saudi fans dream. Because every time Saudi Arabia achieves something special in a major tournament, people immediately think back to the 2022 World Cup, back to the Argentina match, back to the story nobody will ever forget. And suddenly the question returns once again. Could we see another upset? Can the Green Falcons do it again? What's even more interesting is that both teams entered the match with just 1 point. But after 90 minutes, it felt like the gap between them was much bigger than a single point in the standings. Spain came into the game looking to prove themselves. Saudi Arabia came into it hoping to dream. And in the end, Spain walked away from the world of doubt, while Saudi Arabia stepped into the world of complicated calculations. And before we begin the events of the match, there's something very important to mention, because the head-to-head history between the two teams had never been in Saudi Arabia's favor. At the 2006 World Cup, Spain won 1-0. In 2010, they won 3-2. And in 2012, they won 5-0, which means Saudi Arabia entered this match still searching for their first ever historic victory against the Matador. And what made things worse was that the last time Saudi Arabia faced Spain, they conceded 5 goals, a number no Saudi fan wanted to remember. But unfortunately, those memories came rushing back quickly. From the very first minute, it was clear there was one team that came to play for the win, and another just trying to hold on. The ball belonged to Spain. The pressure belonged to Spain. The quick passing belonged to Spain. As if the Spanish side had decided to finish the job very early. And we didn't have to wait long, because Lamine Yamal appeared, and the boy everyone has been talking about decided to answer in his own way. Imagine being at an age where most players are still trying to prove themselves at club level, and you're already carrying the expectations of a team like Spain. Every camera is on you, every headline is about you, and an entire nation is waiting for something special. But Lamine clearly loves the pressure, and around the 10th minute, the moment arrived. Lamine Yamal, the ball hits the net, 1-0, and the message was delivered. Spain were back, and the response to the criticism from the opening match had begun. But for Saudi Arabia, the problem was that Yamal wasn't the only threat, because most of the pre-match attention was on him. But there was another player preparing a surprise. His name is Mikel Oyarzabal, a player who was almost invisible in the first match, decided he would make up for everything in a single game. After the first goal, Saudi Arabia tried to respond, tried to slow the game down, tried to absorb Spain's momentum. But Spain were in a completely different mode. Every attack looked more dangerous than the previous one, and every passing minute brought the second goal closer. And it did come. Mikel Oyarzabal, 2-0, and the Spanish stands began to relax. As for Saudi Arabia, they started to feel that this night might become very long. But the worst was still to come, because Oyarzabal struck again and scored the third, 3-0. And we hadn't even reached the 30th minute. Sometimes a match ends 4-0. But the truth is, sometimes it ends within the first half hour. And that's exactly what happened here. Saudi Arabia effectively lost the match before the referee even reached the 30-minute mark. There's a sentence that sums it all up. Spain needed a full 90 minutes to score 0 goals against Cape Verde, and needed less than 24 minutes to score 3 against Saudi Arabia. And that alone tells the story. At that moment, Saudi Arabia were no longer fighting for a win. They were just trying to stop the scoreline from getting worse. Meanwhile, Spain were enjoying themselves, and it was clear the players were operating with complete freedom and confidence. And the beauty of this Spanish team is that the danger never comes from just one player. Shut down Lamine, Oyarzabal appears. Shut down Oyarzabal, Nico Williams steps up. Block one side, the danger shifts to the other. That's what makes Spain terrifying when they're at their best. And there's a bit of irony here. Saudi Arabia tried to stop Lamine Yamal, only to discover that Oyarzabal was waiting as well. And with the start of the second half, it was clear that Luis de la Fuente was already thinking about the next match, because the result was practically sealed. Confidence was back, and the team was playing with zero pressure. And that's an important point, because great teams, when they rediscover confidence, become more dangerous than ever. Then came the fourth goal, a painful one, an own goal, 4-0. And from that moment, the only question in the stands was, would Spain score a fifth? And they did. Ferran Torres found the net, but the referee ruled it out for offside, and perhaps that offside was the kindest moment Saudi Arabia received in the final minutes. Because the score could have been even heavier, and if anyone says the result was harsh, the numbers say it was deserved. Spain controlled possession, created more chances, took more shots, and were the more dangerous side from the first minute to the last. So the 4-0 wasn't just attacking efficiency. It was a direct reflection of what happened on the pitch. As for Saudi Arabia, the problem wasn't just the defeat. The problem was that the team which had taken a point from Uruguay entered this match believing it had a chance and left it needing to rethink everything. And in reality, the difference between Uruguay and Spain became very clear. Uruguay allowed Saudi Arabia to stay inside the game, but Spain killed the game very early. And in the middle of all that, there's a beautiful detail. Luis de la Fuente was celebrating his 65th birthday on match day. And honestly, he probably couldn't have asked for a better gift. 4 goals, a brilliant performance, and a huge step toward qualification. As for Lamine Yamal, he left the match proving once again that he is not just a talent, but a player capable of handling pressure at the highest level. And Oyarzabal, he left with a brace that brought him back into the spotlight. And there's a slightly strange irony here. The last time Saudi Arabia faced Spain, they lost 5-0. And 14 years later, they lost 4-0. So if you want to look at it in a very optimistic way, Saudi Arabia reduced the margin by 1 goal. But the truth is that Spain's dominance remained unchanged. 2006, defeat. 2010, defeat. 2012, defeat. 2026, defeat. As if the Matador has become an opponent the Green Falcons still cannot solve. And more importantly than anything else, that 4-0 was not just about 3 points. It pushed Spain toward the next round, while Saudi Arabia had to turn their attention to calculators, to scenarios, to goal differences, and to waiting for other results. In the end, people will remember that Spain won 4-0. But the truth is that this match was bigger than a scoreline. It was a statement of regained confidence, a performance that made Spanish fans forget the draw against Cape Verde, and a match that made opponents look at Spain differently. Because after the first round, the question was, is Spain really a title contender? After the second round, the question changed. It became, who can actually stop Spain when they play like this? Maybe Saudi Arabia lost a match, but Spain gained much more than 3 points. They gained confidence, they gained authority, and they regained something crucial ahead of the knockout stage. The feeling that they are back at their best at exactly the right time. As for Saudi Arabia, they still have a chance. But this night was a harsh lesson, because in the World Cup, you might draw with a strong team. You might even dream of an upset. But when you face a top side that is angry, the task becomes much harder. And Spain came into this match angry and left it reminding the world of one simple truth, that great teams might stumble sometimes, but they rarely disappear.